All right, happy Wednesday. Welcome to the Ravit Show, everyone. I'm super excited because I'm here today hosting Tim, who's a solution architect at Keboola. We'll be discussing around data apps and AI for every business. We'll also be talking a little about what plans does Keboola has at Big Data London next week. I'll also be meeting the team there, so pretty excited about that. Let us know where you're joining from, and also feel free to ask any questions that you have for Tim around data apps, because that's what they're coming up with. So, kind of excited to learn more about it from Tim. So, without any further ado, let's bring Tim up here. Hey, Tim, welcome to the Robert Show. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Awesome, Tim. I was just letting the folks know about what we're going to talk about today. And looks like Keboola is coming up with data apps and AI for every business. So we would definitely want to learn a little about that. But can you start and tell us, for those who are new to the product, can you give a brief introduction to Keboola?
Yeah, sure. So I guess the best way to sum up Keboola would be to call it a data platform as a service. And now
Mm-hmm.
you may be wondering what that means exactly. So essentially, it's a managed unified platform that takes you from the point of ingesting raw data from your external, internal tools. It can be databases,
Mm-hmm.
ERPs, CRMs, REST APIs, third-party systems, all the way to pushing cultivated data into your consumption layer, whatever that might be, and pretty much everything in between. So anything you need to prepare your data before it gets consumed by the business. So we have
Mm-hmm.
out-of-the-box extractors to bring raw data into the platform, sandboxes for code development or ad hoc analysis, transformations in any language that you would choose to clean or enrich your data, ML services for those really advanced use cases, orchestration layers to actually automate the end-to-end pipelines. And all of this is essentially within a fully observable and governed environment. So that's just a cherry on top.
Okay, that's pretty good. And thanks for giving us a brief intro about that. That also brings me to another important question around, and I'm diving deep into it, which is what are the biggest challenges you help solve your customers? What's the big highlight from Kebula's Corner these days? Would love to learn a little about that as well.
Yeah, sure. So I guess the biggest challenge would be around the complexity
Mm-hmm.
that we see organizations encountering. So many organizations, what we tend to see is that they're facing challenges when it comes to building their modern data stack or their custom data platform, since they're trying to stitch together several different tools to meet their data needs. So they might be getting some sort of solution for ingestion, something for warehousing, something for data
Yeah.
science capabilities, a transformation engine, a reverse ETL solution, an orchestration layer, some sort of data management or governance tool. And then even on top of that, you need some sort of custom development, right? How are you going to deal with versioning or archiving or sharing or tracking and all these other things. So what we tend to see is a lot of organizations building somewhat of a fractured ecosystem or infrastructure that they
Mm-hmm.
still have to maintain and manage themselves. So I mean, just on top of that, there's even some more inherent challenges, right? So speed of delivery, you need to wait 3 to 6 months before you can even build your custom stack. The scalability can become an issue. With more use cases comes more data, usually another tool, and more people to manage it. And then when we speak about the total cost of ownership, not only are you buying, 5 to 10 different tools, so the bottom line figure was quite expensive. You also need substantial human
Mm.
resources just to operate, manage, and maintain this custom stack that you've developed. And then, of course, there's also the custom development aspect of it. So we look at tackling these challenges as a better way to essentially work with data. Don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's already a data
Yeah.
platform you can get off the shelf. It's already optimized. Just focus on working with your actual data and not trying to focus on maintaining and managing and spinning up all these environments. That's really not necessary nowadays.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. Thanks for giving us in depth overview about things there. So uh, also this brings me to another interesting question for today. I'll be at Big Data London next week, and I'm obviously super excited to uh, catch up with Keboola team. First of all, where can we find you at Big Data London? What's the booth number, and what can we expect there?
Yeah, sure. So we'll be at booth 710. It's going to be not difficult to miss at all. It does have a summary vibe to it. So if you're looking
Oh,
to
wow.
escape the London rainy weather and have some slushies and talk about data, then I wouldn't really miss that at all. So that's going to be pretty obvious to find us, I think.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I heard about the beach team, so I'm kind of looking forward to coming, have some slushies there, but also in terms of like every time when we go to a conference, there's always that companies kind of prepare with new and exciting stuff for their the data professionals out there, the customers, the prospects as well. So what's new that we can expect from Team Keboola there?
Yeah, well, I mean, luckily we have a very amazing product team that's always constantly releasing new key features that either our customers have been dying to try for forever, or
Mm,
where we see the market kind of heading towards or shifting towards. So one of the most exciting features is now data apps, which are essentially web applications that are built and deployed
yep.
using the Streamlit open source framework. So this
Mm,
means that users now can go beyond simple visualizations, where they can now manipulate the data, perform advanced analytics, or trigger actions in third-party systems or from within the application itself. Obviously, I don't want to give too much away because that's essentially why we're going to
yeah.
be at BDL to demo all of these. But I can tell you that it is suitable for essentially all skill levels. The advanced users can, of course, build their custom workflows. They can
Mm,
build data apps from scratch with their code. But in addition to that, non-technical users can actually self-serve. We've already built a couple of pre-built, pre-designed data apps themselves. All that's actually required is just to authenticate them, and you're ready to essentially self-serve. And of course, you can see for yourself at Big Data London, where we'll be essentially showcasing some of these pre-built apps for you.
yeah, I think it's you just building up the excitement for all the data professionals out there. So definitely looking forward to that. For those who are joining us at Big Data London, Keboola is at 710 booth. Y'all can meet us as well. I'll be accompanied with my friend Christina at the booth. So feel free to join us there, and we'll also be doing some fun interviews on site. So definitely looking forward to that, Tim. One last question for you, Tim, is if folks want to reach out to you, what's the best place?
Yeah, I guess, I mean, the easiest place would be at Big Day London for those attending, I would say. Otherwise, I'm pretty active on LinkedIn. They can always ping me a message there.
Yeah.
Even if you create your Keboola project, you can also meet with me there and book a session directly in my calendar to walk through the platform and explain how to accomplish your use case. So definitely those would be the top three options. But even when we're going to be at Big Day London, our company was essentially founded as a consultancy, and that really
Mm-hmm.
embodies our ethos as an organization. So I would really encourage any sort of attendee that's going to be coming to come talk to us about their niche use case or challenges that they're currently facing, and see
Yeah.
if we can maybe overcome those together, or talk about how you would actually solve those, right? We're always very interested to see what people are dealing with out in the wild.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for sharing that information. What I've also done for our audience is I've shared the Keboola's website, so y'all can always go and learn more about Keboola and also look at the resources there. So that should be great way for folks to come closer to Keboola, and definitely looking forward to meeting you in person, team in the team as well. This was great. We just wanted to obviously. Let the folks know about data apps, and obviously we'll be talking about AI at length, and also getting into the bits of data apps when we meet in person, and we'll be doing some on-site interviews like I mentioned. So this should be super fun. Thanks again for doing this, Tim. It was such a pleasure hosting you on the Ravit Show. And for those who are curious to learn more about data apps, about AI for businesses, feel free to reach out to Tim, and then you also have the website. And then if you are coming to Big Data London, booth number 710 is where you can find the team.
Yeah, and see the data apps for yourself and all the AI powered features that are coming out as well. It's not just talk.
Yeah, it's going to be super fun for sure. So thank you again, Tim, for doing this. Thanks to everyone for attending this session, and more to follow next week. So keep an eye on our Keboola channel. It will also be played. We'll also be sharing everything with Keboola team, so you can always find all the content on their LinkedIn as well. So looking forward to it. But thanks again, Tim, for doing this.
Perfect. Thanks for having me, and looking forward to catching up at BDL.
Awesome. Same here. Thank you very much.
All right.